A guy calls an auto repair shop at 8:40 in the morning. His brakes are making a noise and he wants it looked at today. Nobody picks up because the one person who answers the phone is already under a car with a customer standing next to them. Hi, my name is Talha. I am the founder of KINU Solutions. We build AI automation systems for local businesses, the kind that respond to leads instantly, handle bookings automatically, and make sure no inquiry falls through the cracks. So he hangs up and he calls the next shop on the list, and that shop picks up. And now that brake job belongs to somebody else. That whole thing took about 40 seconds, and the first shop never even knew it happened. There's no missed call notification that says you just lost 300 euros. It just quietly didn't happen. So at KINU Solutions, we build the systems that stop this. So for the next few minutes, I want to actually show you where the money leaks out and what it looks like to close the gap. Here's the thing most owners get wrong. They think the problem is marketing. They think if the phone isn't turning into bookings, they need more ads, more reach, more people calling. But a lot of the time, the phone is already ringing. The leads are already there. They're just hitting a wall. And the wall is simple. The person who answers the phone is the same person doing the actual work. So when they are busy, the phone wins or the customer in front of them wins. And it's almost always the customer in front of them, which is correct. But it means every call that comes in during a busy stretch is a coin flip. Now multiply that across a week. After hours calls, nobody hears. Calls during lunch. Calls while the teams elbow deep in an engine. A booking form on the website that somebody fills out at 9 at night and then waits a day for a reply. Every one of those is a person who wanted to give you money and didn't get an easy way to do it. So let me explain why the speed part matters so much, because this is the part that surprises people. When someone needs a local service, they're rarely calling just one place. They have got 3 tabs open or 3 numbers in their phone and they're working down the list. And the way these people decide is almost never who is the best shop in town. It's who answers first and makes this easy. Whoever responds first usually wins the job. Not the cheapest, not the most reviewed, the fastest. Because by the time the slower shop calls back 2 hours later, the car's already booked in somewhere else and the customer has mentally moved on. This is what people in marketing call speed to lead. And it sounds like jargon, but the idea underneath it is just common sense. A lead is worth the most in the first few minutes and it cools off fast after that. A reply in 5 minutes and a reply in 5 hours are not the same lead anymore. They are barely the same person. So the goal isn't really answer every call. It's make sure every single person who reaches out gets a fast, useful response even when no human is free to give it. Okay, so here's what I actually built, and I will walk through it the way it runs in real life. Start with the missed call, because that's the biggest leak. When a call comes into the shop and nobody picks up within a few rings, instead of that call just dying, the system catches it, and within a few seconds, it fires off a text message to that person automatically. And the text isn't robotic. It says something like, "Hi, this is shop XYZ. Sorry, we missed you. We are with a customer. What's going on? Your car and when works for you? We will get you sorted." That one message changes everything, because now the person who was about to dial the next shop gets a reply before they have moved on. The conversation stays alive. The text back. The shop sees it and the job is saved without anyone having to drop a wrench. Now layer on the after hours piece. Somebody calls at 9 at night, long after everyone's gone home. There's no human anywhere near that phone. So this is where an AI receptionist comes in. And I want to be precise about what it's doing, because the comparison that matters here isn't AI versus a person. At night, there's no person. The rare comparison is AI versus nobody. AI versus a voicemail nobody checks until tomorrow. So the AI picks up, it talks like a normal receptionist, it answers the basic stuff. Are you open Saturday? Do you do breaks? Roughly what does that cost? And it takes down the details and the callback time, so the morning starts with a book job instead of a blank voicemail like. And then the last piece ties it together. The booking form on the website, the text, the after hours calls, instead of all living in separate places, they feed into one spot. So the shop wakes up to a clean list. Here's who reached out. Here's what they need. Here's when they want to come in. One system, not 5 apps that don't talk to each other. Now here's the objection I hear every single time. And it's a fair one. I don't want my customers talking to a robot. People call me because they want a real person. And I agree with that completely, which is exactly why the system is built the way it is. During the day, when your team can answer, your team answers. The AI doesn't barge in front of a human who is free. It fills the gap. It only steps in when the alternative was a missed call, a dead voicemail, or a form sitting unanswered overnight. So you're not replacing the personal touch, your customer's life. You're just making sure that the moments when nobody could pick up stop costing you jobs. Your regulars still get you. The person calling at 9 at night just gets a real answer instead of silence. And then remember that. And one more thing, because this matters. This isn't the little chatbot that came built into your booking app. That thing answers one question on one page and then dies. What I am describing is a connected system. Phone, text, website, calendar, all wired together so the whole journey is covered, not just one corner of it. So a quick word on why we do this the way we do. We write software for a living. Building these systems is the actual work we do all day, which means when we set one up for a shop, I'm not selling someone else's tool with a logo slapped on it. We are building the thing and we understand every piece of how it connects. So when something needs to change, it changes. A lot of what gets sold to local businesses in this space is an agency middleman charging a markup on software they didn't build and can't really fix. I'm the opposite of that. And the reason I keep saying that is because it changes what you actually get. Fewer things breaking and a person who can fix it when they do. And look, I am being straight with you. I am describing the pattern I see constantly across these businesses. Not one magic story. Missed calls, slow replies, leads going cold. It's the same leak in shop after shop. And the fix is the same shape every time. So let me pull it together. The leak is speed. The phone's already ringing. The leads are already there and they are slipping away in the gap between when someone reaches out and when anyone responds. Whoever answers first tends to win. And right now, when your team's busy or gone home, the thing answering first is nobody. The fix is a connected system. Missed calls turn into instant text. After hours calls get a real answer from an AI receptionist that fills the gap instead of replacing your human. And everything lands in one place, so you wake up to book jobs instead of guesses. I used an auto repair shop the whole way through here. But if you run a gym, a salon, a cleaning service, a real estate office, same league, same fix. The only thing that changes is the wording of the conversation. If you want to see how this works, follow along. I break these systems down piece by piece on here. And if you are sitting there thinking your shop probably has this exact leak, you are probably right. Drop a comment or send me a message with your business type and I will point you at where it's most likely happening for you. That's it. I will see you in the next one.